In September 2016, one of Hollywood's most beloved power couples imploded in the most public and shocking way imaginable. Brad Pitt, the golden boy of cinema, America's sweetheart, suddenly found himself at the center of a scandal that would dominate headlines for years. What started as whispers of marital trouble quickly escalated into allegations that would threaten to destroy his carefully crafted reputation forever. This is the story of how Brad Pitt's world came crashing down and how one of Hollywood's biggest stars fought to rebuild his legacy from the ashes. For over a decade, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie weren't just married, they were Hollywood royalty. Brangelina, as the media dubbed them, represented the perfect fusion of talent, beauty, and humanitarian spirit. Pitt, already established as one of cinema's most bankable stars through films like Fight Club and the Ocean's trilogy, had found his match in Jolie, an Oscar-winning actress known for her roles in Girl Interrupted and Lara Croft. Together, they adopted children from around the world, raised a family of 6, and used their combined star power to champion causes from refugee rights to environmental conservation. They were the couple that seemed to have it all, until they didn't. By 2016, rumors had been circulating for months that all wasn't well in the Pitt-Jolie household. Tabloids speculated about everything from career conflicts to parenting disagreements, but the couple had weathered gossip storms before. What no one expected was how quickly and dramatically everything would unravel. On September 15, 2016, the entertainment world was rocked when news broke that Angelina Jolie had filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences. But this wasn't just any celebrity divorce. Jolie was requesting sole physical custody of their 6 children, a move that immediately raised questions about what had happened behind closed doors. Within days of the divorce filing, details began to emerge about an alleged incident that would become the focal point of the entire scandal. According to reports from close to the situation, Brad Pitt had allegedly been drinking and became verbally and possibly physically aggressive toward Maddox during an argument. Angelina Jolie reportedly intervened to protect her son, leading to what witnesses described as a tense and frightening situation for the entire family. The gravity of these allegations cannot be overstated. This wasn't just about a marriage falling apart. It was about potential child endangerment involving one of Hollywood's most high-profile families. The seriousness of the allegations prompted an immediate investigation by the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, DCFS. The FBI also opened an inquiry to determine whether any federal crimes had been committed during the flight, as the incident allegedly occurred in federal airspace. For Brad Pitt, this marked a devastating fall from grace. The man who had carefully cultivated an image as a devoted father and family man suddenly found himself under investigation for child abuse. The media circus was relentless, with every development scrutinized and debated across entertainment news outlets worldwide. During this period, Pitt was reportedly granted only supervised visits with his children, a stark contrast to the hands-on father figure he had presented to the public for over a decade. Sources close to Pitt described him as devastated and completely broken by the situation. To understand the full impact of this scandal, we need to consider the cultural moment in which it occurred. 2016 was a year of reckoning for many powerful men in Hollywood and beyond. There was increasing scrutiny of celebrity behavior, particularly regarding issues of domestic violence and child welfare. The public's relationship with Brad Pitt had always been complex. Since his breakthrough in Thelma and Louise in 1991, he had been positioned as the ultimate heartthrob, handsome, charming, and seemingly effortless. His transition from pretty boy to serious actor had been carefully managed with roles in films like Seven, 12 Monkeys, and Moneyball, establishing his credibility as a performer. But his personal life had always been tabloid fodder. His high-profile relationships with Gwyneth Paltrow, Jennifer Aniston, and then Angelina Jolie had made him a constant fixture in celebrity media. The way his relationship with Jolie began during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, while he was still married to Aniston, had already created a complicated public narrative around his character. In November 2016, after a 2-month investigation, the DCFS closed its case without finding evidence of abuse. The FBI also concluded its investigation without filing charges. For Pitt's legal team, these developments represented a crucial victory, but the damage to his reputation had already been done. The divorce proceedings, meanwhile, continued to play out in the public eye. Reports emerged of heated custody battles, with Jolie allegedly seeking to limit Pitt's contact with the children. The couple's assets, estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, became another point of contention. What made the situation particularly painful for observers was watching 2 people who had once been advocates for children's rights around the world, now locked in a bitter battle over their own children's welfare. The irony wasn't lost on anyone following the story. Throughout the worst of the scandal, Brad Pitt largely remained silent publicly, following his legal team's advice. However, in a rare and revealing interview with GQ magazine in 2017, Pitt opened up about his struggles with alcohol and his commitment to sobriety. "I was boozing too much," Pitt admitted in the interview. "It's just become a problem, and I'm really happy it's been half a year now, which is bittersweet, but I've got my feelings in my fingertips again." This admission was significant because it represented something Hollywood rarely sees, a major star taking responsibility for his actions and acknowledging his flaws. Rather than deflecting or making excuses, Pitt seemed genuinely committed to self-improvement. He reportedly entered therapy, joined Alcoholics Anonymous, and began working with a spiritual advisor. Friends and colleagues noted a marked change in his demeanor and approach to life. This wasn't just damage control, it appeared to be genuine personal growth. The scandal's impact on Pitt's career was immediate and significant. Several projects were delayed or restructured, and his public public appearances became rare. The entertainment industry, which had always embraced Pitt as one of its most reliable stars, suddenly seemed uncertain about his marketability. However, Pitt's talent and decades of goodwill in Hollywood eventually served him well. His performance in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood reminded audiences why he had become such a beloved figure in the first place. The role, which earned him an Academic Award for Best Supporting Actor, marked a triumphant return to form. During his Oscar acceptance speech, Pitt's humor and humility seemed to signal that he had emerged from his darkest period as a more grounded and self-aware person. The standing ovation he received from his peers suggested that Hollywood was ready to welcome him back. The Brad Pitt scandal of 2016 highlighted several important issues that extend far beyond celebrity gossip. It raised questions about how we handle allegations of domestic violence and child abuse, particularly when they involve powerful and wealthy individuals. It also demonstrated how quickly a carefully constructed public image can crumble when private behavior comes to light. The case also illustrated the complex dynamics of celebrity divorce in the social media age. Every court filing, every custody hearing, every statement from lawyers became fodder for public consumption. The children at the center of the controversy, who never asked to be part of this public spectacle, faced having their family's most private moments dissected by strangers around the world. If the same scandal had broken today, it's likely the response would have been even superior. The cultural conversations around accountability, particularly for men in positions of power, have evolved significantly since 2016. At the same time, there's been a growing recognition of the importance of rehabilitation and redemption. Pitt's apparent genuine efforts to address his problems and improve himself represent the kind of accountability that many advocates argue should be the standard response to such situations. Today, Brad Pitt appears to have largely rebuilt his life and career. His relationship with his children reportedly remains complicated, with some reportedly having limited contact with him. The divorce from Angelina Jolie was finalized in 2019, though legal battles over custody and financial matters have continued. Professionally, Pitt has returned to his status as one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors and producers. His production company, Plan B Entertainment, continues to develop acclaimed projects, and his acting choices seem more thoughtful and intentional than ever before. The scandal that once threatened to destroy his career instead has become part of a larger narrative about growth, accountability, and second chances. Whether you believe he deserved the backlash he received during the 2016 scandal, or was the media coverage unfair, it's hard to argue that the experience didn't fundamentally change him. The Brad Pitt scandal of 2016 serves as a reminder that even our most beloved celebrities are human beings capable of making serious mistakes. It also demonstrates the complex intersection of private behavior and public accountability in the celebrity age. What's perhaps most significant about this story is how it evolved from a tale of potential downfall into one of redemption and growth. Pitt's apparent commitment to sobriety, therapy, and self-improvement suggests that sometimes our lowest moments can become catalysts for positive change. The scandal also raises important questions about forgiveness, second chances, and the possibility of redemption. In a culture that often seems quick to cancel and slow to forgive, Pitt's story offers a more nuanced example of how accountability and personal growth might work together. As we continue to grapple with issues of power, privilege, and responsibility in Hollywood and beyond, the Brad Pitt scandal of 2016 remains a relevant case study in how personal crises can become opportunities for genuine transformation. What do you think? Did Brad Pitt deserve the backlash he received during the 2016 scandal, or was the media coverage unfair? Has his apparent journey towards sobriety and self-improvement changed your opinion of him? And more broadly, how should we balance accountability with the possibility of redemption when it comes to celebrity controversies? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's most compelling stories.